There's something so powerful about daring to be different. In a world where we're constantly told what we should do, how we should act, and who we should be, it's easy to lose ourselves in the noise. We're flooded with expectations from every direction, whether it's from society, our peers, or even social media. But here's the thing, you do not have to follow those expectations. In fact, life becomes much more fulfilling when you do not. We've all been there, trying to fit in, going along with what everyone else is doing, just to avoid standing out or being judged. But at what cost? Recently, someone told me that I don't need to fit in the society's mold, that I don't have to be the pure or good girl that others might expect me to be. And while I agree that we should not be told who or what to be, I found myself disagreeing with how this message was delivered. In this day and age, especially in our generation, society isn't as focused on telling us to be good or pure. Instead, I feel like it's telling us to live fast, go out, drink, smoke, and party. And you know what? If that's your version of fun, I fully respect that. No judgment. But the moment I say it's not my idea of fun, suddenly, I'm the one being judged. It's ironic, right? People say I shouldn't follow the rules, but then they proceed to tell me what I should be doing. Here's the thing, you shouldn't follow what anyone says, whether it's to go party or to stay at home, unless it feels true to you. Choose your own path. If you love going out, clubbing every weekend, great. But if that's not your vibe, do not feel pressure to join in just because that's what everyone else is doing. I have fun, lots of fun, but not when I'm drinking or clubbing. I have fun when I'm reading, writing, creating, traveling, filming. That's what makes me happy. You can do both, of course. Balance is key. But it's also okay to simply say, that's not for me, and stand by it. It doesn't make you boring or uncool. It makes you, you. I don't say no to clubbing because I'm afraid of being judged by society. I say no because I don't like it, and that's okay. Peer pressure is real, and it's sneaky. You don't always realize when it's happening, but you feel it when you're doing things that don't sit right with you. I've been there. I lost sight of what made me happy. The things I wasn't proud of, just to fit in. And you know what? It didn't bring me any joy. I was miserable. In the 7th grade, I loved wearing bright, colorful clothes, purples, pinks, patterns that made me feel happy. But one day, I started noticing the glances, the whispers. The cool kids, they didn't wear color. They were black, gray, and dark tones. And I thought, maybe if I dress like them, they'll accept me. Maybe I'll feel like I belong. So I stopped wearing my favorite colors. I thought blending in would make me feel cool. But the truth? I felt invisible. I felt like I was losing parts of myself piece by piece every time I put on those black clothes. It was suffocating, like I was living someone else's life every day. And I didn't feel comfortable or happy. It wasn't until I started wearing color again that I realized how much I missed me. How I missed the joy of just being who I was, unapologetically. That taught me an important lesson. You feel your best when you're true to yourself, not when you're trying to fit into someone else's mold. I stopped caring about what other people thought. I started caring about how I felt. And that was when things started to change. Remember, stay true to yourself. That's the only way you'll find people who love you for who you really are. And when you're being authentic, you give others permission to be real with you too. There was another time when I got caught up in what everyone else was doing, going out, clubbing, drinking. At first, it felt exciting. I told myself, this is what everyone does, right? I don't want to be the odd one out. But I come home after these nights feeling empty, hollow. I wasn't building towards anything. I was just wasting time, losing myself in a cycle that wasn't mine. I was doing things to impress people that I didn't even really know, people who didn't know me. The worst part? I was letting go of the things that once made me feel alive, my goals, my dreams, the quiet joy that I found in creating. I wasn't working towards anything. I was just existing, barely. And it felt awful. It was like I was drifting away from myself, and the more I drank, the more I clubbed, the more lost I became. But when I finally stopped, when I pulled back from that crowd and I asked myself, what do I really want? Everything changed. I felt this weight lift off my chest, like I could finally breathe again. I started doing the things I loved, writing, filming, traveling, and I felt alive, really alive, not for them, not for anyone else, just for me. That kind of freedom, you can't get it by following the crowd. It comes from following your heart. I felt the most miserable when I was copying other people. Yes, I got more validation, but was it worth it? No, of course not. You don't need that kind of validation to be happy. The right people will see you, understand you, and appreciate you for exactly who you are. Do not let other people define you. Most of the time, they don't even know what you've been through or what makes you you. They can't judge you because they don't know you like you know yourself. Only you can define yourself. So choose your most authentic self, even if it goes against what the majority of people would accept. You don't have to conform to anyone's expectations. Don't take criticism from someone you wouldn't go to for advice. It got so bad that I started listening to opinions from people I didn't even like. Why would I take advice from someone whose life I don't want to live? I shouldn't. You shouldn't either. Look up to people who are living the life that you do want and take advice from them. Think about people who changed the world by defying societal norms. Rosa Parks, Amelia Earhart, Nelson Mandela. These are people who dared to be different and left a lasting impact on the world. Why? Because they stayed true to themselves, their goals and values. There have been times in my life where I went against what everyone else was doing, and it paid off. I was happier, more fulfilled, and more successful because I listened to my inner voice, not the noise around me. But it wasn't easy. Peer pressure is everywhere, in beauty standards, career expectations, even in the way we think about success. Society tells us to look a certain way, act a certain way, go to university, get a stable job, and follow the usual script of life. But what if that's not what you want? What if you want to travel the world, create, and follow your dreams instead? People will look down on you for not following the right path. But so what? Keep going. Only you need to believe in your vision. You're the one who's going to make it happen. So embrace your uniqueness, wear the colorful clothes, follow your passions. Don't suppress your true self to fit in with everyone else. When you do that, you'll start to shine, and you'll inspire others to do the same. One of the most eye-opening things I've learned is that spending time alone is incredibly valuable. When you spend time with just yourself, away from outside influences, you start to truly understand who you are, what makes you happy, and what kind of people you want around you. It helps you figure out what you want, rather than what others expect from you. Alone time gives you clarity to build the life you want and to attract the right kind of people who support your journey. Here are a few things that have helped me stay away from societal pressure. Set goals based on what you want, not what others expect of you. Surround yourself with people who inspire you and support your dreams. Embrace your personal quirks, they make you special. And most importantly, do not be afraid of judgment. It's not easy, but with time, you'll get more comfortable with being different. Think of it like breaking free from chains, or standing out in a sea of sameness. It's hard at first, but once you break free, you're unstoppable. You'll feel the weight lift off, and suddenly, you realize just how much more fulfilling life can be when you're truly yourself. So I encourage you, celebrate your uniqueness, reject societal pressures, and live life on your terms. True fulfillment comes from within. You glow differently when you're living authentically. Yes, it's scary to step outside the comfort zone. Yes, it's hard to be different, but it's worth it. You might even inspire others to follow in your footsteps. Don't force yourself to be someone you're not. Life's too short to worry about what others might think. Here's the thing. People might discourage you from doing something different, but the moment you succeed, they'll be the first to ask how you did it. A lot of times, people don't like it when someone stands out because they wish they had the confidence to do the same. Don't listen to them. Be yourself. Opportunities and the right people will come into your life when you stop trying to impress the wrong ones. Stay true to yourself and everything else will fall into place.